Okay.
We will continue. What we are going to learn out of the sources, how do we bring up this page? So even matter of fact, like even if you are not developing a website from scratch, if you are doing some enhancement also, you should know how to start basically, right? Okay, for example, if you are working on a website and they're asking to fix this particular section, okay, they're asking to change this font size or something, you should know how to and how to basically go into the coding part of it, like where is this particular source code located and what is that I have to change in the source code in order to bring up my business requirement that has been requested. So how do I do that? How do I approach business requirement? That's what we're learning in this course. So we learn about the different architecture, what is the different technology stack that Adobe Experience Manager is made of. We will learn how to install AEM. Pretty much it's a double click and start off the software. But as a developer, it's very critical to learn all the gimmicks and the small tips that we do as a developer, right? Like in case if in production or in the environment, if the AEM server is down, what should I do when things happen, when some mishap happens? So that sort of like small tips and tricks I'm supposed to be aware of. We will learn some of the basic authoring tasks. So if I have a content, if I want to add a new article onto the pages, how do I create a new content on the website? How do I add pages? How do I add images? How do I edit the existing page? Those sort of activities we'll be learning. We'll explore something called as package. If I want to export, if I want to move content from one server, one instance into another instance, this happens very often because say for example some production issue happened and you are asked to fix a production issue, you are supposed to export that production content onto your local. So this particular content you have to bring down to your local, try out the fix for it, and then you have to push that fix into. So how to do anything, that's some called algorithm. We'll learn the tool Sling. It's one of the powerful framework that is out there, and it has been built by Apache guys, not Adobe. Okay, so Adobe is just a mix of lot of other technologies. They mixed and matched, and they got the right flavor, and it's working fine for them. We'll be learning about what is Sling, how to make use of Sling, where Sling plays a role in the architecture, and you should know when you are given a requirement whether you should code at a Sling layer or you should code at a AEM layer. What is the layer that you should be coding at? You should be knowing the in and out of the different technology stack. Okay, is my voice a bit shabby or what? Like, is my voice visible only or is my voice a bit shabby? Please let me know.
Like at times it is getting little lower.
Okay. Fine. And in case if it's getting smoky, do call out and I'll try to make some arrangement. Okay. So
Yeah, sure.
fine. Moving on, we learn how to develop a responsive website. This is one of the popular interview questions also. What's the difference between a responsiveness and an adaptiveness? Okay. I have to understand, I have to realize what is responsiveness. Okay. We learn a new language called Sightly. Okay. It's a language that Adobe created. So what are the different, why do I want to go for a new language? And how do I code in the new language? What are the syntaxes for it? We'll be learning a new language entirely. Okay. So then we'll also learn some of the existing components, meaning the out-of-the-box components. After I install the software, I get majority of the components. Like for example, to get in text, images, the 3 columns, everything is aware, and so how do I utilize them? And then how do I start customizing about the components? We'll work on a concept called client libraries. We'll learn about internationalization, right? Bit tongue twister, internationalization, right? And we learn about unit testing. Okay, we learn how to run unit testing within AEM. Though unit testing is a bit smirky in the CMS world, I'm not sure. Like, how do you do unit testing in your SharePoint site, Prithvi? When you want to do unit testing, how do you do?
Actually, for testing and all, we had another team, so I'm not aware about how they are testing. Only the front end website we used to test for user functionality, and we used to send for the QA team.
Exactly. So, yeah, the other team, the QA team, will do their right. To the QA team. So how do I do the typing, testing basic user functionalities? We will do exact, but differences, like we have a suite, we have a framework in order to do that. I cannot every time hit a website from the browser and click on every little buttons in order to test all the functionalities. That's not going to work out in real time, right? Like, what if multiple developers are there, and what if production releases are happening every bi-weekly? So that's a way to run unit testing. We learn how to do them. We learn about a concept called responsive grid. Okay. We'll also learn about responsive grid concept. What is the concept, etc. We'll be learning during the course. Right? So top of this list also, as and when we do the course, but this from the material guide that I'm sharing. But personally, like when we do the training, we will be doing more than this. Like we will be learning this list is okay. Visual Studio, right? Okay, so we can use VSS also, but the benefit of Eclipse is there's a plugin which Adobe guys have developed. That plugin works well with IntelliJ and Eclipse. So IntelliJ is another ID, right? You might have heard of, and Eclipse. So for training purpose, I go with Eclipse. Is VSS also free of cost? Like it's a freeware or what?
Yeah, like we can install, but few plugins like it is licensed. So basic setup they will give with a free installation.
Okay, I see. And for training purpose, I prefer for Eclipse because everything is free of cost. I can just download Eclipse and I can install it.
Yeah.
We'll projects also majority we go with Eclipse only. And in case of a Mac users, people who are using machines, they go for IntelliJ. I have not seen outside these two tools. Like majority it's Eclipse or IntelliJ, like nothing more than this. And the reason is like the Adobe guys developed a plugin for AEM, and that works well with these two tools. So industry follows this practice. We'll learn how to use Eclipse. We learn some concept called workflow. I believe it's there in SharePoint also. SharePoint does have workflow, right? You have a workflow in SharePoint, right?